It's Grace. In this video, I'm going to give a little intro. I'm going to start talking finally on this channel about my history with everything from complex post-traumatic stress disorder to what caused it, many things, and ongoing and all that. I'll probably leave out a bunch of details, of course, because I don't, I don't dox myself. I don't, reveal their names or anything like that, anything that could indicate who it is. I protect myself. We might have freedom of speech, but there are limitations or consequences to them. So, and also, I want to make this statement perfectly clear. I will not allow anybody to hop on here and tell me what to do, tell me that they have experienced it, therefore they can counsel me, they can be my life coach. No, and that has actually happened to me, especially on my original channel for this topic. Just recently I put it on private, and you betcha, that's exactly what happened right before that. And there's more to this also. Hear noise in the back of the SUV. It's my dog. He wants to go for a ride. Believe me, he makes it well known when he wants to go for a ride. SUV. But anyway, I don't know where I left off, but I think I was saying that on my original channel for this topic, I put it on private, and I mentioned that one, but this one I wanted to start using this one as it is. And I had, people along the way. I had that channel for, April would be 4 years, I think. And of course, once I started doing this topic, there was going to be people who were going to say they know more. And really, I don't know that I had too many I don't think I did until right close to the end, had one that said that because they have experienced it, therefore they could counsel me, and all that. This person couldn't even, could be my life coach. This person couldn't even form one sentence, okay? Couldn't use punctuation, capitals, anything. And they're going to be my life coach? I'm going to be raw in this. I might not be so PC as I usually am. No, because I want to stay, and it's not even not being PC, it's just straight shooting. That's it. That's what I'm going to do. Because this kind of mentality, really, I think it's the lowest of the low. They're better than the professionals. They know more because they've experienced it. It's totally illogical kind of conclusions they make. And no, you don't. Period. No, you don't. Unless you're actually licensed or certified, whatever it is where you are, that they have a governing body that determines if you are qualified to be a counselor. You're not a counselor. You're not a therapist. No. Just because you've experienced it. And what makes you think they haven't? Okay, do you have any statistics? Or those don't matter, really? No, those don't matter. As long as you just say it matters. No, wrong, false. I cannot, I'm not one who says all of them, because actually some of the life coaches might actually be qualified, as in, to do what they do. Not qualified to be counselors unless they are actually qualified to be and are a counselor or therapist. When they just do this life coaching on the side. Life coaches don't diagnose, at least not here. I don't think of anywhere in the United States can life coaches diagnose you and the people you talk about and all that. But anyway, I'm getting off on that, getting off of this subject. But that is it. I mean, I'm not going to have somebody come to my channel and say that. What are they thinking? Oh, this is a vulnerable person, therefore they're probably gullible. Let me make some money off of them. Block, delete. It's going to happen. As soon as anybody leaves that kind of comment, block, delete. Mine are always going to be on approved. I have to approve the comments unless I actually forget, because I do it from my cell phone and it doesn't automatically do it, even though I have it set that way. If it's only by accident, would it be not that way? So I have to approve them before anybody's comment goes public. Those will immediately block, delete. Those and the other ones that have nerve, it's like I make a statement. This happened to me just this what, 2 or 3 days ago, something like that, on this, not this one, but the one that I had already had. And I made something about narcissistic behavior, and this woman, it wasn't even about narcissistic behavior. It was about the people who treat people, they infantilize people. They treat them like a child. And this woman, I mean, my goodness, she must have thought she was everything. She left a comment about telling me what kind of person that is, and it's a narcissist. And she did that, you could tell, you could practically feel it because of the way she wrote it, like she was superior. And I get a lot of comments, and never do I really feel that much about somebody leaving comments that you can actually feel the way they're saying things. And this one I was going to let go. This one I was going to let it actually show up the first time. Because she was telling me what kind of narcissist it is, and there is no such thing as that. She doesn't know anything about me, nothing. She doesn't know my level of education. She doesn't know what I did, what I did with how old I am, nothing. She knows absolutely nothing, but she's going to tell me what it is and how I should see it, and on and on. And so I let it go. I let it be seen, just to see, just to test. And sure enough, I left a comment saying that I have done videos on this topic for, I think it was 3 years or so. Oh, my dog's going to go crazy. That's Mama Day. He's about to throw a fit. But anyway, so I left her a comment, a very short comment about, that I have, done videos on this topic. And it was meant to, and I knew what she would do. I knew it. But it was meant to tell her this, just a touch of my experience, not to try to defend myself. I just wanted to see what she was going to do with that. Do with it. And she did exactly what I thought she would do with it, which was to come back and show her superiority and her knowledge and how long she has been doing it. And you wouldn't believe the one, she told me which one I should go and study. Which person, that's a narcissist. I cracked up. I really did. And of course I blocked the leader, and she'll never be able to leave a comment again, at least under her channel. And she was probably 22 years younger than I. So yeah, she was knowing all about life, and yeah, she knew all about life. And somebody my age, she doesn't even know my age. No, I wouldn't. And especially, this is what I actually get from people, my accent. Yeah. Matter of fact, to go along with it, I'm the most educated person I know. I'm more educated than people that I know. I'm around mainly people with master's degrees and PhDs. Okay, I'm more educated than any of those that I know. So, for her to come at me, and these are my topics too, for her to come at me with that, it did make me laugh. I'm tired of being nice about it, or just not saying anything. More to what I do is not really say anything. I think a lot. I think quite a bit about people like that. I usually don't say it. They're an embarrassment to themselves. Seriously. Because when you go to someone and act as though you know better when you know nothing about that person, you're setting yourself up to look like a fool. I remember when I was younger, when I was working on my, I had a double major for a bachelor's. It might have been then, or maybe I was working on my master's, I can't remember. But there was a woman who was working on her master's in the topic it was online. This was back when the internet was not like it is now. I was one of those, back then geek was a dirty 4-letter word. I was a geek, and I had my computer, we would telnet into one another, different computers and such. That's how it was back then. And there were storyboards and people, just having just different kinds of forums, and talk about different kinds of topics. And there was one, and this young kid, really, I think it was a child, came at this woman, and another one mentioned to him, she is working on her master's degree in that field. And you could tell, he really, it took him a while before he responded. Then it was kind of like one of those half-assed kind of, apologies, or maybe he was wrong, kind of, I said what it was. And yeah, you find a lot of people out there like that. They're going to assume, and they're going to assert. They're going to assume that you don't know anything, that they know more, and assert that they are more knowledgeable than everybody. They're superior. And it cracks me up. It really is. I'm not saying I'm superior. I know there are bound to be people out there who know more than I do on this topic. Sure, you betcha. There are people out there who really, maybe they have many degrees, many letters behind their names, you know. But this woman, no, sorry. And a lot of people that claim they know more than the professionals, especially those conspiracy theorists. I see them all as conspiracy theorists. That's what they play on in people, is to say, well, oh, these counselors, they are this and they're that, and they're abusive and they're this and they're that. When truly, you start talking like that to me, you're the one who is. You know, you're the one who's trying to take advantage of people. So, you're going the wrong direction with that. I know that. Maybe they don't. Maybe people who do that have heard it so many times that they truly believe that they are superior, that they truly believe in what they're saying, the lies that they're telling, because they're not. What would make them better than? Just because they've experienced it? Really? But anyway, this is what I'm saying. I'm not allowing any of that kind of thing on my channel. Once again, I'm not perfect. I might accidentally leave it on where it's, you know, I don't have to approve the comments once or twice. Who knows? Because I'm not perfect. But for the most part, they will be where I have to read them, and I'll block, delete them. I don't. And people these days, you know, because people are starting to do this now, like me, more and more. My first channel was 4.5 years ago that I was making videos, and it's on private too. But people are starting to do this, put them on approve, so they have to approve their comments, and they'll delete the comments that they don't want to be seen, people to see. And people are saying, well, that's against my freedom of speech. First of all, we wouldn't have that option if it was against your freedom of speech. And a lot of people really don't understand what freedom of speech is like. This is YouTube. It's its own company, corporation. They put up give you an option to do something like that. That means you can do it on this forum. Okay, you can block, delete, and they probably, apparently, I would think so, encourage it for comments that should not be seen. Okay, threatening comments, comments that are humiliation. Look that one up on YouTube, what they have about humiliation. Okay, and anything along the line of hate and so forth. I don't make the rules, but it's there. And so people who come on there and they try this scam, they have stuff about scams and all, block, delete. You know, anybody who's going to try to come around and humiliate me or insult me, block, delete. I have that option for a reason. Everybody who has a channel, unless they've somehow just made a mistake, everybody that has a channel has that option to do that. I'm doing it. Freedom of speech does not give you freedom to abuse me. Period. And to show the world you're going to abuse me. I don't do stuff. I don't allow stuff like that, because what kind of adult, if it's an adult, lets stuff like that be seen so others in other generations, younger generations even, kids see it. Anybody who sees it says, oh, this is a platform I can go on, and you know, this is a channel I can go on and throw out all of my hatred. Nope, block, delete. So anyway, I need to wrap this up. I'm taking Marmaduke for a drive here. Like I said, I'm almost finished. But yeah, I'm going to start talking about, you know, different things in my, you know, that have led up to this complex post-traumatic stress disorder. Now, I haven't been diagnosed, of course, yet. Oh, you hear him? He wanted to say goodbye too, I guess. He came to the middle of the SUV. But yeah, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. If you want to subscribe to this channel, click the circle. If you want to watch another video on this channel, click one of the rectangles. Like, subscribe, comment, and share it on your own social media if you would, and I'll talk to you on another video. Bye. Marmaduke, you want to say bye? Yeah, he said